Mayuguno has come to the camera and he has said that the family is in danger. Mayuguno says that he was forced to leave the city immediately because the threats were escalating. That alone tells you that this situation is no longer theoretical. So that is point number one that I'll be going to be dealing with in this today's video. And before I go to that point about the Mayuguno and everything, there is something that is coming up. We know Anesto as a vocal family member, Anesto as actually the family spokesman when it comes to this issue about YouTube, anything about technology, because Anesto has been in this game before. So Anesto claims that people have been visiting the home about the land issue, and apart from that, Anesto goes ahead and says that his brother, that is Zach, had initially said that he cannot sell any land to the family, the Condad family. Everybody, we saw that on camera. There was a time that there was a lot of Uncle Mo himself insulted Zach, and it went until they fought, and the issue was it was dealt with the police, because there were some arrests. We could see some arrests. We remember the time even I did that video about the reaction that Uncle Mo has been arrested, Zach has been arrested. So that was the issue that was taking place. So Zach himself said that he cannot sell any land to Ondari's family. So having said that, the person who has bought that land is now Nico Buda. As Anesto put it, is that Marwa himself, what Marwa came to the camera saying that I don't know, Mayuguno, Nico Buda, what they have gone against him, and is the one who leaked for them about land. Now Anesto is tarnishing and rubbishes all those allegations, and he says it very clear that Marwa himself met the father, and Marwa was inquiring about if the land has been sold. Now the father told Marwa that the land has been sold, and Marwa went ahead and asked who maybe has bought their land. And the father to Anesto told Marwa point blank that Nico Buda is the one who has purchased that piece of land. We all know that Marwa wanted this piece of land so that he can buy this piece of land for the sister, because the land is near to the sisters, where the sister is building, and even as we can see that building is now being built strategically, so that there is always that room for expansion. Because when you're building something, you build it according to the piece of land that you have. But when you look at the house that is under construction, it is in such a way squeezed up to some point, like the end of where the land is ending, so that maybe in the near future, when there is any expansion, they will be conquering that area, the whole of it. That is what we can see from D. Mwango's house. And Anesto goes ahead and says that even Nico Buda, who has purchased that land, he has not paid the entire money that was supposed to be. Actually, he did not pay the entire money. So there is a bit of money that is remaining. And he goes ahead and says that even the Ondari's family, they now are up to Nico Buda, so that they can return that money and buy that piece of land with some money on top. Yeah, they are ready to offer Nico Buda some extra money on top, so that they can get that piece of land. Let us hear what Anesto is saying, so that I cannot be accused of maybe spreading lies, because I usually say I'm not biased. So watch these clips, then let us dive deep to today's topic about Mayuguno.
today morning there is some people came to my home, and they were now the issue of the land, the issue of that land, because Marwa is just complaining about Dimwango was the one who was opposed to buy the land, but my brother refused that I'm not going to sell
to that
family the land. And he decided to sell it to Nico Buda. And right now, where the issue came from is the day whereby Marwa meet my dad and ask him, is your son already has sold the land? And my father replied, yes, already he has sold the land. To who he has sold to? And he was being told that Mayuguno, not Mayuguno, Nico Buda was the one who bought the land. Now, as you are speaking, even the money has not, they have not paid full amount of the money.
Yes.
I'm proud of my brother, my second elder brother.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him. He refused completely. He refused.
Yeah,
and they were just talking about there is no any money that I'm just going to receive. Just hear that, how those people that are evil.
Beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It depends on the time that you're watching this content from. Here in Kenya, it is early in the morning. We have to thank Almighty Lord because we have seen another day. Previously, it was Christmas. Yesterday, it was Boxing Day. New Year is in front of us, and actually everybody is salivating the way we can see this New Year. So for those who are coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, it goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa, and Maxwell Lumumba is my name, a village content creator with no land, with no house, no capital, just surviving through these content creation. And I have to thank Lord. So for those who are coming across this YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, let us join the membership, and let us turn on the notification bell so that when I post any video, because I usually do videos on lifestyle, village logs, commentary, and reaction videos. So when I post those videos, you're being notified that I've posted, so that we watch these videos till the end without skipping those ads. Those ads that you see there, they mean a lot to us. So don't skip those ads and share to other people, because we are building our own community. This is now Maxwell Lumumba. So that being that, let me just say this because of you know what is happening. I told us that I lost my aunt. Yesterday was contribution, today was still contribution, and today, apart from contribution, today we are going to do what we call the candle lighting. We are going to light candles on where my aunt will be buried, where my aunt used to stay. She used to stay in a rented house somewhere. We are going to light some candles there. Then we are going to light some candle where at the shop where my aunt used to, she had a shop. So we are going even to light candles there. So that shows that togetherness and everything. So for those maybe who are coming within Nyabuhanse, you can join us, and we make that this day good. So that being that, for ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak calmly, clearly, and responsibly, because what we are witnessing is no longer just YouTube drama. What we are seeing now has crossed from online disagreement into real world dangers. And when that happens, everyone must pause and think. This is not about views. This is not about clout. This is not about choosing sides blindly. This is about human safety, family security, and accountability. Mayuguno has decided that silence is no longer an option. And whether you agree with him or not, once threats move from online, because we have seen subscribers threatening Mayuguno online. We have seen subscribers threatening Mayuguno via phone calls, because that is what the allegation that even Mayuguno himself is bringing on. Now it has now escalated in a situation. Now it has moved offline. No one has the right to ignore that reality, because once somebody has been threatened that way, you have to do the needful. So Mayuguno has made it clear.
Guys, I found my family are not safe. People abusing them. Someone come and my friend, you came and you abused my family. You came at my home like you are home. Like you can do whatever you want. But I'm telling you, will never survive the way you think. Me, I'm not a politician. I will never take you in the court. Let you know that.
This is no longer about insult on YouTube. This is no longer about comment section or reaction videos. According to him, people are now coming to his home, harassing his family, threatening his family, threatening his sister, the children. You know, the mother is there. And when I'm mentioning something about his daughter, and once a child is mentioned, everything now changes. Let me be very clear here. When families are dragged into conflict, that is a red line. So Mayuguno previously was in Nairobi. Mayuguno says that he was forced to leave the city immediately with the immediate effect.
Someone came at my home yesterday. That's why I had to come back in the village very quick to make sure my family is safe. And they abuse my family, start talk shit each and every single day. And that was because of me. Because my family, I'm the one I put them in that situation. They don't know anything about it.
Because the threats were escalating. That alone tells you this situation is no longer theoretical. You know, when somebody lives where he is overnight, that person actually genuinely feels the family is unsafe. And it comes to the camera that he says that all this, everything, the family is not even aware about. This is his own fight, and he will do this fight until the end. He now comes to the camera. Yeah? Okay. One thing that Mayuguno did very clear, I want to acknowledge for this accuracy. He stated that the person attacking his family is not the boss.
Even maybe people will think that this is, he speak about his boss. No, my boss have never done anything.
You know, when Mayuguno said, Mayuguno has his boss, that is Marwa. So he says that this person is not Marwa. He says that someone close or a friend is the one who is responsible, and that one tells you that that person comes from the Marwa's inner cycle. This distinction actually matters because words are powerful and accusations must be precise. However, even if someone is close to another creator, that does not automatically make that creator responsible. And at the same time, influence comes with the responsibility. When emotions are being inflamed publicly, some followers take things too far. And that is where leadership is tested. Me having said this, and I like giving very good example, and I reacted on this video. The time that Marwa was having a phone call conversation with the chocolate man who calls himself that Jamaican Canadian Barry, said it that he'll make sure that these people rot in hell. So to me, I think this is one of the things that is now happening. First, either somebody has been sent with the same people who are saying that when you are an enemy of me, you are an enemy of Marwa. So that to make sure that what he was saying comes to realization. That is one point that I'm making. Another thing that according to me I'm thinking about, this is just a drama that Mayuguno can be bringing so that people can see sympathy, because he has already seen that people are moving from the channel. Because the last time I was talking, it was 49.2. Now it is 49.2 thousand subscribers, 0.1 thousand subscribers. So that means around 800 individuals have already left. So this is something like a drama now Mayuguno is coming up with, so that to make sure that he contain the remaining subscribers. He's now scared. Number 3, this can be even something that has been staged, so as because Chocolate Man said that he has to make sure that Mayuguno rots in hell. Now this now becomes very true. Okay, it is now like something like drama. They have now to stage everything so that this person, now they have to make it like a drama, that let us now do like a reality, because maybe this person was ready to finance somebody so that to achieve his ambition. Let us make it like a drama, something like a play. So let us pretend that there is somebody who is coming to Mayuguno's house, trying to attack the family, so that even if he sends the money, at least he will see that the money has done the things that he wanted to see. And if this is just like blindfolding that we call it Chocolate Man, so that at least from that side, when he's watching, he's seeing that things are now working on clear. We know Nyabuhanse as drama village, and time will be telling. So Mayuguno himself admits something very serious. He admits that at one point, actually he admits that somebody has threatened the family, but he is going to solve this issue as man to man.
But I'm telling you, you'll never survive the way you think. Me, I'm not a politician. I will never take you in the court, let you know that. And I'm telling you on camera, you know. Even if me, I was bad, let fight on me. Don't come even inside at my home.
He is not going to engage the policeman. He threatened physical confrontation, saying that this issue will not be solved at the police station. Let me pause here. This is where everyone loses. Once threats are exchanged, truth becomes secondary and chaos take over. It does not matter who started it. It does not matter who is hungrier. Once violence is mentioned, the moral ground collapses for everyone involved. Mayuguno say that even if it will be at midnight, is ready to take this person.
If it was drama, it could be today, because me, you can play it at noon, me, I will play you within my time, and will never survive the way you think.
Is ready to fight back to this individual. So this is another thing that Mayuguno is bringing up. Now let us talk about the donor narrative, because this is where confusion even deepens more and more. Previously, Mayuguno said that his success came from God and subscribers in my yesterday's video. But today, Mayuguno is now saying that he has no donors. He's receiving money from nobody.
I don't have any donor. Me, if someone donates to me and they're supporting me each and every single day, is a part different with my family. It will come to this say, and today say, I have been sending you money to do this, to do this. I don't have even any donor, guys. Me, I'm fighting, I'm working hard each and every single day. What I get today, I get. I sleep hungry. Is on my own.
What is happening is through his hard work and efforts. But here's the problem. This contradicts past statements, and contradiction weakens credibility, even when someone is under pressure. I understand the strategy. I understand the fear. If you believe people are attacking you because of perceived donor money, because even for Marwa himself, the way he said it earlier, you know, this situation is now being dragged to Mayuguno, the way I said it, because even Anesto himself has admitted that the person who bought this piece of land is Nico Buda. But still, Marwa is fighting Mayuguno. Why? The way I say that this land issue was meant to trigger, it was meant to trigger something, because Marwa himself is not happy that Mayuguno now has a Land Rover. Mayuguno maybe stays in this kind of life, you understand all this. And Marwa himself, he thinks that the person who is bringing all these luxurious life to Mayuguno is a donor that he himself knows very well. So when Mayuguno comes and say that he does not have a donor, he now, from that statement itself, he believes that because he has said that, Marwa himself will never now be bothering him, because how he thinks how things are with these. Let me just leave this. Yeah, hello. Yes. Salama. Yes. Okay, iko wapi? Bukumburi. Chanjo gani, Pavo or rabies? Kwa commissioner. Hapo kwa Menge hapo, commissioner Menge, Dr. Menge. Okay, Pavo or rabies? Yaani chanjo gani ulikuwa unahitaji? Sawa, ni mdogo. How old is the dog? Yes. 4 years. 2 years, eh? Aya, sawa. 2 years na 1 year. Sawa, nakuja. Nipatie like itakuwa 1,000 each, eh? 1,000 each. Yeah, each dog 1,000, yeah? So itakuwa 2,000. Sawa. Yes. I suspect canine distemper. Unless I confirm by myself, but I suspect canine distemper. Sawa, nitakuja. Sawa, nipatie just 2 hours, I'll be there. Yeah, 2 hours nitakuwa hapa. Nakupigia simu. Yes. I'll call you, nitakupigia simu. Nitakupigia. Haya. So sorry for that call, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry for that call. So I was saying that that was a business call, yeah. Sometimes we don't want, yeah. We have to survive in the village. So when you get a business call like that, you have to attend. So I'll be checking him in the next 2 hours, the way I've told him, because I have to do this video, I have to upload it, then things have to work. So sorry for that. So I was saying that, okay, I've talked about Marwa with the donor. So, okay, let me say this. You may try to distance yourself from the image, but the truth does not change based on danger. Fungu, ende chukua kwa duka. does not change based on danger. If the donor existed before, saying that that the donor does not exist now only creates more suspicion. Yeah. Let us even discuss something here. Mayuguno claimed that during the land purchase issue, he was in Mombasa and he was not present.
He buy the land was not mine. Me I was in Mombasa, guys. Let you know that. Is those all things you see today? You guys call me different name. I don't know anything, even to be a witness. I swear before God, my God, who have been born me, who made me today. I'm in this world. I was not even a witness. I was not even someone who was maybe part of that things. I was not. I don't know anything. Me, I came and I found myself in damage that, you know this, bro. You know this, and I was like, I don't know.
Yet the question remains. Why was he summoned if he was not involved? Why do stories differ between creators? Because yesterday we saw something about this creator. Today we are now seeing another story about another creator. Yeah. So this thing, now the script, they are not adding up completely, because this one is saying this, another one is saying this. So these things are not really adding up. So from one side, we hear that Nico Buda was taken by Mayuguno to buy land. From another side, we hear that I was not even there. This is why subscribers feel confused. This is why trust is breaking down. When stories don't align, people feel manipulated. Because everybody is now coming with a story. I don't know what. A lot of things. Because even Marwa himself admitted that, I don't know, he told Mayuguno that he's going to buy that piece of land. He even himself submits that he called Mayuguno and Nico Buda. He invited them to his place. They sat down and actually had a discussion about the issue. Now, another thing now is now coming. We don't know where the truth really lies. Okay. And when we see what now Mayuguno is claiming, Nico Buda has chosen silence. And one thing that I usually tell people, that silence is very powerful. Silence can mean, I want no drama. I want this to die offline. I refuse to fuel chaos. But silence can also look like abandonment to someone under fire. Because Mayuguno feels thrown under the bus, he feels exposed, he feels betrayed, and the person who is behind this is now silent.
The person who creates that drama come up, go buy that land. He's quiet, he has never speak anymore. He have never even come with me, say, Mayuguno, this. How can you solve? Me is only me. Every single day I'm looking the solution here. Run left and right. Go to my brother home. Call him, bro. I don't know what to do until my brother get hungry. Came and speak what he think about me and what he feel it.
And this is that desperation he talks more about. But here is the harsh truth. The more you talk, because from the first day, Mayuguno has been talking right, left, and center. The more you talk, the more guilty you appear, even when you may be innocent. Silence looks strategically. Noise looks emotionally. Because, you know, I've been even watching Nico Buda's video. Nico Buda is still working on grandmama's premise. He's still working on grandmama's premise. Yeah? He's still there working. And that is something that is really happening up to now. And he's just silent, minding his business, because he believes that silence is a strategy to him. That's why you see Mayuguno has been attacked. So, let me discuss here. Here's the irony. Marwa feels betrayed by Mayuguno. Mayuguno feels betrayed by Nico Buda. Subscribers feel betrayed by all of them. This is what happens when private matters become public entertainment. Trust collapses in every direction. And the moment people start saying that goons were sent, this is not the end of entertainment. That is the beginning of criminal consequences. No YouTube issue is worth injuring a parent, traumatizing a children, destroying a family. Once offline violence enters the picture, everyone must disengage. And that is what, let me say this clearly to all parties. This must stop, not tomorrow, not after another live, not after another response video, but now. Talk to lawyers, talk to elders, talk to mediators, but do not weaponize subscribers, do not escalate offline, do not let pride destroy lives. You can build channels, you can regain subscribers, you can recover reputation, but you cannot undergo physical harm. That is what I can say. Having said this, let me talk something about psychology itself. So when I'm about to do actually psychological analysis based on observed behavior, public statements and patterns, this is not a medical diagnosis. This is not character assassination. This is commentary and analysis. The same way sports analysts analyze players or political analyze leaders. Now let me proceed calmly and intelligently. Mayuguno. Profile number 1, I'll be talking about Mayuguno. Mayuguno is currently operating from a place of higher emotional pressure. When someone feels attacked online, attacked offline, and believes their family is at risk, their brain shifts from logic mode to survival mode. In survival mode, you talk more, you over-explain, you contradict yourself, you react instead of calculate. This explains why Mayuguno speaks excessively, keeps changing narrative about donors, tries to clarify every single angle at once. So psychological, this behavior does not automatically mean guilt. It often means fear of being misunderstood and fear of abandonment. And another key trait visible in Mayuguno right now is validation seeking. He wants the audience to believe him, allies to publicly stand with him, silence from others to be broken. When that validation does not come, frustration increases. This is why Nico Buda's silence affects him deeply. From Mayuguno's perspective, silence is equals to betrayal. This emotional state makes him vulnerable to mistake in communication. Profile number 2, let me talk about Nico Buda. Nico Buda represents the opposite of psychological response. He believes his behavior reflects conflict avoidance, long-term calculation, risk minimization. Like you can see, when I'm talking about long-term calculation, already he's back to the duty at Dancing Grandmom place. So he has already calculated these. So some people fight fires by shouting, others fight fires by starving when them of oxygen. Silence in Nico Buda case appears strategic. Psychological, this suggests that his high emotional control, preference for offline resolution, fear of escalation rather than fear of guilt. To someone under attack, this silence feels cold, but to someone thinking long term, silence feels safe. Nico Buda psychologically leans towards, I will not destroy myself to prove innocence. This is why he appears calm while others burn. And for profile number 3, that is Marwa. Marwa operates from a controlled and narrative position. Psychologically, Marwa is comfortable being the center of influence, the source of information, the authority voice. When people within that cycle act independently, it creates loss of narrative control. These loss often result in emotional reaction, public accusations, framing events as betrayal. From a psychological standpoint, Marwa appears to be struggling with decentralization of loyalty, loss of influence over associate. This does not make him evil. It makes him human in power dynamic. Influence can become identity. When influence is challenged, the response can be defensive. Let me talk about this situation explodes because of conflict coping mechanism. Mayuguno talks to survive. Nico Buda stays silent to survive. Marwa speaks to retain control. These three strategies clash violently. Subscribers choosing sides. Perceived donor money. Public land issue. Offline rumors, and the system collapses. And let me say this, the most dangerous psychological turn is when fear becomes anger, anger becomes justifications, justifications become action. Once people believe they are defending someone, they stop thinking. This is how online conflict becomes offline violence. And let me tell us that none of these individuals appear to be thinking purely rationally right now. That is expected under pressure. But the calmest person in conflict controls the outcome, and that is Nico Buda. Right now, silence looks smarter. The escalation looks wiser. Offline mediation looks necessary. So this situation does not need another video. It needs restraint. If does not need explanation, it needs fewer emotion. Psychology teaches us one thing very clearly. When ego sets back, safety steps forward. Nico Buda, in his comfort zone, he knows very well he's the person who was in a mess. Okay, not even, he's the person who bought that land from Anesto has already said that. Because people believe the way Marwa himself said that. Even Chocolate Man said it that Nico Buda will never do anything without consulting Mayuguno. And now Mayuguno is under pressure because he's the one behind this. Because Nico Buda, at the end of the day, he had to consult Mayuguno. And Mayuguno is aware. So that's why even people are now talking about Mayuguno more than the real culprit in this scenario. And that is why I even said that Marwa himself was looking at a way, something that will trigger all these things. And this is what actually trigger the land issue. So as to get rid of, to do away with the Mayuguno. And that is what Marwa has been praying to do because of fear of competition. And that is it. That is my own analysis, and I have to appreciate. Let me just say this point blank. The Marwa subscribers who are coming to my videos saying a lot of shit, I don't know what. I accept it. Just know Marwa's channel is going down, and the people who are sustaining that channel is the reactors. I myself going there to watch the video so that I can digest everything. So that means I'm one of the viewers. When I react on that video, the audience that are watching me, they want to see, oh, what really happened, what really transpired. Let me just go and watch that video. With that is why even Marwa himself is not complaining that people are reacting on him, because he knows very well he is gaining from the reactors. So when these reactors, when we are now saying this thing, even the growth of Marwa, because now you see that Marwa has no content, the growth of Marwa is because of the reactors. When we expose these things, people go there and watch how these things work. That is why even Marwa himself has to put drama in his video, so that reactors will be getting something to talk about. Once they get something to talk about, people will go view what Marwa was talking about, so that to get deeper meaning about issues over there. So if you come attacking me, you call me poor, you call me a lot of names. That is why even I'm not bothered about you. That is it. That's the reality. Take it to the bank, take it to anywhere. That is how things work. Goodbye for now. Let us meet in the next episode. Goodbye.